At the outset, I want to commend Ms. Herseth Sandlin for her bill and her legislation, which I think tries to strike the right balance here. I agree with her that we need to sort of widen the definition of what wood waste can be for an effective advanced biofuels policy. But at the same time, I want to make sure that we don't loosen it so much that we end up deranging the market for other products. I have a huge stake in this myself. In my district, in Treutlen County, Georgia, Range Fuels is building the first commercially viable, commercial-scale cellulosic ethanol plant in the country, and it's our plan to try and provide added value for stuff that has no value right now. And I advocated very strongly for a substantial grant from the Energy Department to try and jumpstart that operation there. And the vision that we have is that things that have no value right now can be better put to advanced biofuels development than stuff that has existing value, that's a concern I've got, because I've also got a stake in this, because I've sat in the same room with folks in my party and leadership of my party writing checks on Georgia's supply of biomass that we just can't cash in our state. I've sat around with folks who have basically said we got enough biomass in Georgia to do this, do that. We got a lot of other things going on with Georgia biomass right now, like the pulp industry and the construction industry. We got a lot of uses for the stuff that we're doing right now in Georgia. You know, we talk about not wanting to pick winners and losers, and not try and play favorites with the programs that we initiate, and we adopt programs that ostensibly look neutral in their impact and will rely upon the invisible hand of the marketplace to sort of guide our choices. But if existing technology can only meet a certain mandate in a certain way, and incentives are geared toward providing that we do it by way of existing technology, we'll find out that the invisible hand is a very heavy hand, and it can derange a lot of existing markets. What I think we ought to be doing, I can't help but relate to this problem in terms of my own experience as a local elected official. Perhaps we ought to be thinking about this a little bit more the way county commissioners or city councilmen think about zoning decisions, because it's a zero-sum game there. You change the zoning of a piece of land, since they ain't making any more land. You change the zoning and you're reducing the supply of land that can be used one way, and you're increasing the supply of the land that can be used in another way. It's a zero-sum game. And we ought to be thinking about what we're doing with our energy feedstocks the way city councilmen and county commissioners have to think about zoning decisions. What's the highest and best use of this energy feedstock over here? And what's the highest and best use of that energy feedstock over there? And let's don't pretend we're being neutral when actually we're setting things up in an ostensibly neutral fashion. It's actually going to take all of the feedstocks being used for one purpose and apply it toward another. So if we can think about that, I think that's certainly guiding my thinking in this, and I'm interested in hearing what the witnesses have to say about how we can make more effective decisions that take advantage of the marketplace and are neutral in effect as well as in purpose. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I yield back balance my time.